Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here. It is Veda Day 21. August 21st. No. 21st, right? Yeah, 21st.
It is.
Sunday afternoon at 2?
2:41.
2:41 already. Brad's out slaving away in the kitchen, putting in a frozen pizza. Sundays is usually... Where did I get this mark from on my head? Look at that. It doesn't hurt. I don't know what it is. On Sundays, usually if we're really kind of wanting something, we'll have something that's kind of our cheat meal, not the whole day. Lord, we can't give ourselves a whole day of having whatever, right? So we'll split a pizza. I have one, maybe two pieces, and so will he. And then, we didn't have to buy. We had frozen pizza. Domino's.
Oh, yeah, there's just 3 pieces left, though.
Oh, okay. Well, that would have been enough.
Yeah.
But anyway, no biggie. Are you putting black olives and mushrooms on it?
I am.
Thank you. So anyway, that's what he's doing. And this Sunday is, we're taking today off. We had talked about working through today. I know. Let's see. Let's watch me mess with my hair some more. Usually we take Sundays. I mean, I know we talked about we were going to work through it, but we did a lot of stuff yesterday. I went in the craft room and went through the rest of the boxes that were in there of mine. Sorted stuff. Some stuff has to go back to my bedroom. Some stuff actually needed to be out here. Some stuff stayed in there. But I'm getting stuff sorted really well. Finding more and more of our stuff, which thrilled me. Finding all my candle making stuff and finding, I didn't realize I had so many hooks and stuff for loom knitting. So, I found a whole bunch more and a whole bunch more of my palm makers and stuff. So, yeah, it was cool. So anyway, and then Brad did a bunch of work in his room, moving stuff, sorting through some stuff. I know he how many boxes do you still have in there that need to come out?
I dug out those 2 out of the corner. Actually, one of them is already in the craft room.
Honey, they don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, there's one box that was...
we just need to know how many boxes are left in there, baby.
4.
Okay, that need to come out.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all we just need to know.
Okay.
I was making conversation with you.
Okay.
I was including you in the conversation.
Oh, thank you.
You didn't ask, I didn't ask if you wanted to be, but
Yep.
I assumed you did.
I did.
So anyway, so those are big boxes, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
But we're narrowing it down. That's good. So then we're going to be sorting through and purging a lot of that stuff too. So, and there's still some more yarn in your closet.
Yeah, I think there's 3 or 4 more bags.
So I'll need to bring those into the craft room. All of the yarn is inhabiting the closet. Plus I have some in back. So, which is good though. I go through quite a bit of yarn actually. I'm always loom knitting. So I didn't bring my handouts that I'm working on now. I'm really digging it. It's kind of like red, white, and blue. It's kind of like, it looks like stars and stripes. So, working on that. I'm going to do some diamond painting here. Sundays when we do take off, we like to just do things that we want to really do. Like Brad will be working on some of his craft items. I'll be working on some of mine. So, got that going. Sleep pattern was per normal, so I'm not even going to go into it. Let's just say anymore, when the sun rises, we know we can now go to sleep. Both of us. I'll call him up or text him. Sometimes he will me. Are you asleep? No. You want to come down? He'll come down and visit me and hang out for a while until we both get sleepy. And
Yeah, I didn't go to sleep till after 9.
holy Lord, really?
Yeah.
Holy moly! What, I crawled into bed? What, about 6:30?
Um,
Is that about what time I drifted off?
it was closer to 8.
Oh, okay. I was back up at 11:30, but you know, I feel fine, so that's all good. We were so tired too last night. You know how guys know how it is. You're watching TV, you can barely keep your eyes open, right? We were watching some more 60 Days In, and then we disperse. Brad kisses me goodnight. He goes down to his room. I settle into mine, and then we don't sleep. Come midnight, your body's like, doing. So anyway, that's what's going on there. You have to laugh about it. Marnie, if you're watching this, I did try to text you on Facebook Messenger. I will try to text you later on about the hats. So be looking for that. Because, yeah, definitely get you some made. Because you've been a good friend to us for so long. You know. We've never forgotten that we're living in the RV and things were really super tight. That was before Brad had gotten a job there and stuff, you know. And, I mean, things were tight. And she surprised us and gifted us an Amazon gift card. And, you know, I remember that very well, don't you?
Yes, that was such a huge help.
It was. It was such a very kind, thoughtful thing to do, you know. So, you know, there's no way I'm going to charge you to make you some hats. I will make you some hats if you want to just pay the shipping. Shouldn't be that much. We're not that far apart, really. So, you know, whatever you want to donate is cool with that, you know. What I use for, too, what I want to start, too, is I think we all should be very mindful of people that have cancer. Because so many people have cancer, one form or another. Or it might not be really diagnosed as cancer. I know my friend, the neighbor's Val, is going to be she has some tumors on her feet. They're not cancerous, as far as I know, but she will be getting radiation. And then possibly chemo. So, you know, there's all kinds of different blood disorders and stuff that, you know, are not cancer but are, you know, treated at the same place. You know, hematology and oncology usually are, you know, are right there together. At least here they are. So I think we should be very mindful of that. And so, you know, I like to make hats for my friends. Now, Marnie does not have cancer, but I like to make hats and gift them to my friends that have cancer, whether you're male or female, you know, or if you're not really the hat wearing type, maybe they want a soft blanket or something, because, you know, those kind of comforts really mean so much when you're sick. You don't have to have cancer or anything. I know. See, that bothered me right there. You don't have to have cancer or anything, but when you're sick, you're sick. And it feels like you're alone in the world. Especially if you're home recuperating, and it can be a long time. It's like when Brad got pneumonia and he was home. Oh, gee, how long were you off work?
About 6 weeks.
About 6 weeks. He was on oxygen at home. I was in college full time. I was in my 40s. So was he. And, you know, nobody from work ever called to see how he was. Or sent a card or anything. I mean, his boss would call just to see if just to complain that Brad wasn't back to work yet. And Brad's like, I'm still on oxygen. I can't, you know. Brad finally did offer to come to work if he wanted him to come to work with oxygen. That made his boss finally stop, you know. But it was really a lonely thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So every day I would, the classes I could cut, I would. And I would go home and get him out of the house. We'd get his portable oxygen, and I'd get him out of the house for a while. Because, you do feel like when you're recovering from anything, that you're alone in the world. That the whole world is just twirling around and you're at a standstill. And it can seem very overwhelming. And sometimes your friends don't really know how to react to whatever you have. I know I've felt that way in the past. Something tragic will happen to one of my friends, whether it's an illness or maybe somebody they were very close to died or whatever. And sometimes you really struggle on what to say. Because you don't know what's the right word. And you struggle on what do I say? How do I help my friend? And sometimes a lot of people will just kind of not say anything and kind of even avoid for a while because it's uncomfortable. So, I think it's important that we just, try to do what we can to make them feel better. Whether you make them a blanket, gift them a blanket, maybe you get them something a little on Amazon and send it to the house or whatever, just so they know you're thinking of them.
Yeah.
Just so that they know that if they look at this blanket or they look at, maybe a charm or something that you bought them, that, hey, I'm not alone in the world. Somebody's thinking about me. Somebody is thinking about me and I'm not just here all of a sudden, injured and stuff. Uh, you know, and I know we've all been there. So I think it's important. So I like to, and certainly have no problem with if you know somebody that has cancer or you just think could use something, uh, a hat or something, just something to pick them up. Let me know, and I'll be glad to donate. Donating is donating, okay? I'll be happy to donate a hat, if you pay the shipping. I can't afford to do the shipping, all over the place. So if you say, hey, my sister-in-law has cancer or, my mother has cancer, whatever, could you send a couple hats? Uh, you know, their favorite colors are, if I don't already have the hat made, I will make a couple. It might take me a week or two. And then, Charlie, wow. I wonder if it's thundering.
Did you? Oh, yeah, it just thundered.
Okay, because he's shaking.
Yeah.
Charlie, are you okay? Oh, it's okay, Charlie. I won't make it much longer. He's afraid.
Well, I'm sorry.
Can I?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. So just let me know, and like I said, it might take me a week or two, but I'll get it done as fast as I can. And then if you pay for the shipping, I can either send it to your house, or if they don't live near you, you give me their address, I'll send it. I'll put whatever kind of little note that you want to have in there. So, we have to all be kinder to each other. In this world, there's so much hate anymore, and it's really disturbing. Brad and I talk about that a lot. And it's so disturbing. And we don't need so much. We don't need any more hate or coldness. We need to care about each other. So, we all do what we can to help each other and let each other know that we care. And I think that's really important. You know. Right, little jelly bean? I know. So, she has a sore bum. We've been treating that. So, which I understand happens a lot with dogs that have to be diapered. We've tried and tried and tried. I know people can be very judgmental very fast about her being diapered. And we have tried and tried and tried to house train her again.
Alexa, set timer for 25 minutes.
And it's just not going to happen, guys. She does not understand. Since she was kenneled for so long and so many years, and she had so many litters of puppies that her pelvic muscles and stuff are shot. The muscles around her urethra and stuff are really shot. She cannot hold it. She will, and she doesn't understand when she squats. If you live in a kennel all your life, where you just squat right where you are, basically, that's what she does. And, we've tried to train her and stuff, and it's just, she's old enough too. I think she's older than what they told me. When I took her to the vet, they assumed that she's probably about 8, that she's not 6 years old. Well, now she would, actually, we've had her year, she would be 7 according to them. Yeah, and so, because she's got some little bit cloudiness in her eyes and stuff, and just, the vet predicted she was probably at least 8. That was a year ago. So, it is what it is. I don't regret getting her or anything, but it makes you feel bad because, like I said, if she gets a sore bum or anything, even though I change her a lot, guys. I change her probably 6, 7 times a day, But so we're treating that. That's frustrating. You don't like to see your animal uncomfortable at all, But we just do the best we can. She's okay. She's down here, laying on my feet with a blanket, resting. So, Anything else, hon? Brad? Oh, it left. I wonder why he was so quiet. He's in another room. So anyway, it looks like it's going to storm here. It's thundered. I got a quivering mastiff right behind me. Then we have to tend to him. Poor little guy. I did order some melatonin to use on the dogs because that's safe to use. For a 10 to 25 pound dog, you would use 1 milligram to 1.5 milligrams. So, And then I think it said from 25 pounds to 100, you would use 3 milligrams. For a dog over 100 pounds, you would use 6. Why do I remember this stuff? I look up middle of the night. I don't know. So anyway, got some of that coming. So, I think that's going to help. We might try to give Charlie a little bit of that when he's like right now, so terrified. Because it thunders quite a bit here in North Carolina.
It does.
So he goes through this.
Where's he at?
Oh, no, but your shirt's all bunked up.
I know.
Under your armpit. I was talking to you. You weren't in the kitchen anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm back to... Oh, there he is. Yeah, I was going to say, I know I told you about it, but before I met you, I was really sick with something. And I spent a whole week in my apartment and never heard from anybody.
Yeah, you told me you thought maybe it was a flu or something, but you were really ill. I mean, where he could not get up out of his apartment. I don't know if you can even get up out of your bed or couch to do anything, and nobody checked on him, called anything. And I think that really got to you.
Yeah,
I know it would me. I mean, you probably felt like nobody cared.
Yeah, you do.
That's when you find out who really cares about you and who doesn't. When you're sick or you're down and out, you usually can count on your hand the number of people that actually give a serious crap.
Yeah.
And sadly, that's just the way it is. So, yeah. So, while it might be hard and it might be inconvenient, and I'm no perfect person, I struggle. When my friend Jo lost her husband, Bob, I struggled. I did not know what to say to her. I didn't know how I could help her. And I don't feel like I was as good of a friend to her as I probably could have been. I mean, I did my best, but I think I could have done better. But I didn't know what to say. I mean, and two, he was our friend, and, I still am shocked that he's gone.
I know.
I know she is too.
Yeah.
And her sons, her grandkids and stuff. I mean, but you struggle. It's like, or if you find out a a long-time married couple are getting divorced all of a sudden, it's hard. It's like, what do you say? And all of a sudden, also that kind of makes you feel a little uncomfortable because you're married and maybe there's problems in your own marriage that, you know, you wonder, wow, John and Sally are getting divorced all of a sudden, and these were our friends that we went and did this and that with. So, but I think we just need to be honest and say, hey, now, my friend, I don't know how I can help you. And that's the approach I take with people now. I'll say, I don't know how I can help you. Do you want to talk about it? Do you not want to talk about it? Do you want to talk about anything but that? Do you want to be left alone? Do you want me just to once in a while send you a text message? I mean, and they'll tell you.
How did you get so wise?
I'm not wise at all.
No. You're a lot smarter than you realize.
I'm an empath and I pick up on how people feel.
Mm-hmm.
And I pick up on people. There's a lot of hurt. There's a lot of hurt out there. We're a society of people that are really hurting. Myself included, you included. I've seen you go through different personal pain. I'm not talking physical, but emotional pain. We all have gone through that. I know all of my friends have gone through that to some degree or another. I mean, just your own family dynamic. Nobody has a perfect family.
Yeah.
And there's always something that has happened, I mean, or what's just happened to you in your life. Unexpected tragedies, whether it's losing somebody or you lost a job and that meant you lost basically everything and you don't know how to financially recover from that. Ooh, it's raining.
Yeah.
The field is foggy over there. So I have the front door open. Yeah. A lot of hurt out there. I think we can all be a lot kinder to each other. Take a few seconds. Stop and really listen to somebody. Listen to the rain. That's something that really gets me. And I know some of you guys like hearing my viewpoint because it can be, I'm told, different. It can kind of be unique. Look, if you think your life, everything in your life is so horrible, stop and look at the magnitude of a storm suddenly rolling in like right now. A few minutes ago, I could see across this field. The sun was out. Then I saw the clouds move in just while I'm talking to you guys. Then all of a sudden we heard thunder. And now it's raining like crazy. The field across from me is all foggy and misty. And the sheer magnitude of a storm makes you feel like, hey, maybe my problems aren't the biggest in the whole world. Maybe because I'm mad at so-and-so or something's not going my way, it's not that big of a deal because, look, we control very little that happens in our life. We can react better, but sometimes you can't. Could you have foreseen that you were getting laid off years ago?
Nope. Nope, not at all.
Could you have foreseen, let's say 5 years ago, that you were going to have the disability?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we knew you had back problems.
Yeah. But, I thought, I had always been the strong one.
Mm-hmm.
And, I had little ailments that slowed me down here and there. But, yeah, I didn't think it was
Oh, yeah, but you were you still are a powerhouse. But he was, he would have me, if we went to a concert or it's like to a public event at the event center, like say we're taking the kids to something like some ice capade or whatever, he would have me hold on to his belt and he would have one kid by the hand and I would have another kid by the hand and he would have me be directly behind him and he would just kind of plow through. He wasn't rude about it, but people, because he's a big guy, would move out of his way. But anyway, think about the sheer magnitude of a sudden storm. And like that, the wind's up now. I don't know if you guys can hear the rain or hear the thunder. And it's like, right now I cannot see the field any longer.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, so maybe I woke up and I'm hurting is not that big of a deal. I'm not hurting, but, I was hurting last night because I had lifted quite a bit of stuff in the bedroom, in the craft room. Plus, I had ridden the exercise bike. I'm able to increase the time on that. Very exciting.
That's impressive.
I'm happy with that. I think you've seen my mobility is improving so much with that.
I am.
Baby steps, guys. Baby steps.
Well, you've been walking stores a lot more.
Yeah. Well, you get things moving, then you can get moving better.
Yeah.
Or at least me. I'm not saying everybody.
Yeah.
Brad could do the same thing I'm doing all the time, and he's still going to have the balance problem. I mean, I'm not saying it's hopeless, but we definitely need to have that addressed with the doctor because he needs to be seen by a specialist because he's still having that major issue. But anyway, we need to all just take a few minutes and realize that the person around us is a person, especially with all the electronics. Everybody's so busy, focused, hyper-focused on their phone. It makes me sad because instead of talking to somebody while you're waiting in line, everybody's just on their phone now. It used to be you would meet people standing in a grocery line.
Yep.
You would be talking about this or that.
Yep.
Or you would be waiting like to pick up, I would pick up the grandkids from school. I picked up our kids from school. And you would, like when I picked up the grandkids, you had to go in now, because everything had changed. And sit there, you had to sign in and sit there and wait in the designated areas. Well, I got to know some of the moms and stuff, But it makes me sad because you don't conversate. And that, everybody, it's too easy just to, I see people walking through a store and they're talking on their phone and stuff instead of, really paying attention. So,
Yep.
But sometimes we feel as we age very defeated because the world has changed so much, and we see a lot of times it's not changing for the better, or we feel that way. And that's the same thing I heard my grandparents say about my generation. So I try not to say that to the younger generation because they're like, yeah, whatever, old lady.
Well, back in my day.
Yeah. We do talk about how much prices have increased.
Oh, Lord.
Brad will say, "You remember when this was $2 for $1 and now it might cost $2 for the can?" And it's like, yeah. It used to be a bigger can or whatever. But anyway, I'm just saying that's what I do. Wanted to tell you guys on exercising the bike. Exercising the bike? Riding the exercise bike. What I do, because I don't know if you guys are that way, but if you're doing a treadmill or you're doing a bike or whatever, you'll get hyper-focused on that time. And especially if you're not really wanting to do it, you're like, ugh, I've only got 5 minutes. I'm never going to make it. So what I do is I find a YouTube video that is approximately the time I want to ride the bike. Let's say 20 minutes. And so I'll put that on, and then I play classic solitaire on my phone while I'm riding the bike. And so I'm watching the program and listening to it, and before you know it, it's like it's over, and I'm like, oh wow, okay. I'm not looking at the clock, and I don't pay attention to what's on my screen on my bike. I just, and that gets it done. I haven't been exercising my arms because I don't need to right now with lifting all this stuff. But baby steps. My goal is to get up to 30 minutes.
Well, you've been doing incredibly well.
Well, I'll increase 5 minutes and then I'll sit there for 2 weeks. And then I'll increase 5 minutes. So, I have a doctor's appointment Tuesday. Just a general checkup. I'm eager to see what her scales say for what I've lost. I know I have, but I quit weighing in on the scale because our scales they weigh so differently, and you're like, I can't tell, except for that my clothes fit looser and stuff. So I can't get so focused on the numbers, because I think that's the biggest thing that kills a person that's trying to drop some weight, is you get so hyper focused on what that scale says instead of how your body's feeling, how your clothes are fitting, what your energy level is like. I think you've noticed too. My energy level is a lot better.
Yep.
You know, so that's what I do now, because I used to be one of those people that would weigh in multiple times a day. You know, that started in junior high on, and I would weigh in, and then I started just weighing in the morning, and then I started just weighing in once a week, and now I'm not weighing in at all because I don't have to, because I know my blood glucose numbers are going to tell me how well I'm doing. That's the biggest indicator, because that does not lie.
No.
You know, if you're not eating correctly, it's going to show it to you. And you know how I'm feeling, and I know what I eat, I know what I don't eat. You
Well,
know.
we've had that conversation
Yeah.
a lot of times about, you know, how much less we eat than we used to.
One of the biggest things I think for us is, I know it's a little bit longer of a vlog, but some of you guys don't mind, is that we used to be, when we would start a diet, this is not a diet to us, this is just how we have to eat now. We would cut out anything temptation-wise. Then we started having a few things around. You know, when you buy a bag of chips and you haven't had any for 6 months, you're going to probably eat that whole bag.
Mm-hmm.
We have that around. I don't know, do we now or not?
I think so.
Okay, I never know. But we've had like a thing of Oreos that probably need to be thrown away in the fridge because they've been in there that long.
Mm-hmm.
The Oreo thins that we've had, like maybe 6 each out of it. Last time I had a couple, it tasted kind of old. Did you think?
Yeah, they did.
I don't know. But, or like we have ice cream, and we've cut a portion down to a really small amount compared to, we used to put as much ice cream that bowl would hold. Seriously.
And I was really bad about that.
Yeah. And, but I didn't object. I can't say much, you know. And now it's like, it's no big deal. I mean, you know, we might have a little bit once in a while. There again, we'll have to remind ourselves that it's in there, because we've had to throw some away. You know, that amazes me. But I think just having that stuff around there and having a little bit once in a while for us is better. I'm not going to sit there. We have chocolate. Once in a while, we'll share a candy bar. Eat it slowly while we watch TV. If we know we haven't eaten like we wouldn't do it today.
No.
Today we wouldn't have anything extra because we're having pizza, you know. So, and then tonight we'll probably have a hamburger patty and vegetables. But anyway, that's just how we're looking at it. But I'm so glad Jelly Bean's not afraid.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's.
Brad's got one dog behind his chair. Charlie did get out from behind my chair and went over behind his, and he's got Nixie behind his footrest, or under his footrest. It is really coming down?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's thunder booming hard.
So I'm going to work on this diamond painting I'm doing for my friend Carol, and just kind of enjoy the rest of the day. Brad's going to probably hook up his mouse sander. Died, and it was about 20 years old, don't you think?
Yeah.
And it was old and decrepit, right? But we use our stuff till it dies.
Yep.
So it died. We found a new one for $20. This was a few weeks ago.
Well, it's an off-brand, but it's the same brand as that the scroll saw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You picked it out. I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm very happy with that scroll saw.
What I do is I have him. He'll put things in, and usually in the Amazon cart of things that he'll need later on, and then as we can afford it, we'll pick that up. He needs that for his woodworking. So anyway, this new one has a thing where you can attach it to a vacuum while you use it. And that's nice, because that makes it basically dustless, you know, so he can use it inside, like for very rainy days. You know, You were talking last night about, we were talking on what we were going to eat today, right? We usually do that the day before. Because, like, if we're going to cook chicken, we need to get it out, the day before to let it thaw. And I said, oh, I'd really love to have you barbecue some chicken out. And he said, well, honey, he said, it's supposed to storm all weekend. So he said, it's supposed to really storm tomorrow. So, and I said, well, yeah, that won't work then. And then we remembered we had bought a pizza to cook anyway, or Brad had when he ran to the store.
Yeah.
I love it when he runs to the store because you never know what he's going to come home with. It's pretty cute, actually. It is.
And talking about that little kid that moved here from Wyoming that keeps throwing.
There'll be something in the bag, and I'm like, I don't remember this being on the list. And he'll go, well, did that little beastard put that in my cart again? I'm like, I think he must have. He's from Wyoming, but yeah, you never know. But he'll bring home stuff for me. He'll bring home something that he wants to try. I don't care. I mean, I'm just happy he enjoys running over to the local Food Lion and and stuff. So anyway, I'm sorry this vlog is so long, but some days I'm really chitter chatter. And some days then I'm not so much. Some days maybe it's a long day and you guys just get a 2-minute video later that night. What?
Nothing.
Why are you smiling?
Because I love you.
I'll make you not smile. It's starting to go away. I had a red mark right here. I don't know.
Is that from jelly?
Oh no, we were on my beds and we like to cuddle. We're cuddle bugs that way. And I fell asleep on his chest. It might have been I think it was the fold of your shirt.
Okay.
Right here. So, yeah, we were watching something. And Brad said, "Did you have a good nap?" And I said, "Yeah, but I didn't drool on you this time." And I didn't. I was happy.
Yeah.
Because nothing's hotter than knowing you wake up and you got this drool. And then you feel the pool. And then you were sleeping on your husband's chest, and you're like, oh. And he says, okay, I like it. It's really great I don't fall asleep with chocolate in my mouth. I used to for years. I've told you guys this story again, but some of you guys might have forgot it or whatever. But nothing better than to realize you have drooled chocolate. Or you wake up and there's brown right here, and you're like, what the heck? Because you're like, and you're checking yourself. You want to make sure you didn't have any accidents or anything. And you're like, no. And you're like, do I dare see what it is? And then you realize it's chocolate. Or you fall asleep and you didn't realize maybe some chocolate had dropped on your bed and then you laid on it. And you wonder what this brown stuff is that's now on your legs or on your sheet. And you're like, again, checking yourself to make sure that something didn't happen that you weren't aware of. And then you realize it's chocolate. The tells of falling asleep. I used to, for years, I loved to let chocolate melt in my mouth and fall asleep with it there. I don't know why. Don't judge me here. If I'm having a really, really bad day, no, I don't want to drink or anything. I want to have a really good square of chocolate and just like, is my drug of choice. Like,
Yeah, it could be. There's a lot of worse things it could be.
I love chocolate. Really good chocolate, though. There's no Palmers here. Okay? No Palmers. I really love Dove chocolate. Dove milk chocolate. Even some of their dark. Or Ghirardelli's. Oh, my God.
What was that stuff I got you yesterday?
That was, Hershey's Truffles.
Yeah.
That was a couple days ago.
Okay.
Hershey's Truffles.
Those are pretty
I
good.
shared them with him.
Yes, you did. That was
Yeah.
nice of you.
Took us a couple days.
Yeah.
It was okay. My blood sugar was still low.
Yeah, it was.
It was still like 86. Like, wow.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm going to get off here. Get this uploaded. There's our mail lady. We're supposed to be getting the protein bars today.
Oh, okay. Alexa,
we decided to
turn off
start
timer.
keeping some protein bars around because our numbers do drop low enough. Sometimes we need to have something just ready and real close. Like even eat just a quarter one to just raise that blood sugar up some. So I don't know if we're getting that. I bet you they shove it in the mailbox. So when it quits raining,
Yep. Come on, Nix.
you don't dare leave it out there. Let the sun come back out.
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to rain most of the afternoon.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So anyway, I love you guys. I do cherish your friendship so very much. And I hope you have a good day. Do something for somebody else and do something for yourself. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.